On this week's Gadget Show Web TV, John's taking some snaps with Panasonic's brand new G2. I bring you this week's best tech news and check out some of the latest music tech. Hi, I'm Pollyanna and welcome to this week's Web TV. Coming up later, I'll be looking at some tech if you want to create your own tunes. But first, John's taking a look at one of Panasonic's new cameras. It's the G2. It's the follow-up to the hugely successful G1. However, this one now includes 720p video recording and a touchscreen interface. So we've passed it on to our resident camera expert, Mr. John Bentley, who's taken it off our hands for some thorough testing.
This is the new Lumix G2, an exciting development of the original Lumix G1 that they launched at the end of 2008. Like the G1, it uses the Micro Four Thirds system, which replaces the optical path to the viewfinder, which is normal in conventional digital SLRs with all its associated mirrors and pentaprisms, with an electronic viewfinder and live view. It also uses a smaller sensor than conventional digital SLRs, which means you get a smaller body and smaller lenses. Now, there are two exciting new developments over the G1. First of these is the touch screen at the back, which you can use for autofocusing and indeed to fire the shutter. I'm going to use it to take some pictures of this rather splendid 1838 Curzon Street railway station in Birmingham, one of Britain's earliest railway buildings. Great joy is you can decide what you want to focus on, and as it moves about in the frame, it'll track it. Obviously don't get much movement with the railway station, but if it's a moving subject, it'll be helpful. When you're ready to fire the shutter, you just press that and off you go. You can also use the touch screen to access menu functions and indeed to review your pictures. It's a very intuitive way to take pictures, and I can really see it catching on. And unlike the touchscreens you see on certain compact cameras, all the controls are also replicated in physical form, so you don't feel under any pressure to use the touchscreen functions. The second major development with the G2 over the G1 is that the G2 shoots high-definition video. You can choose between motion JPEG and AVC HD Lite. Now, although the quality of the video is pretty good, it's better than most compact cameras or one-touch camcorders, it's not quite as good as the video you get on digital SLRs like Canon's EOS 550D, which produces sharper and smoother results. But the advantage this camera has over those is because it's live view as a matter of course, autofocusing is much easier. There are other small improvements over the G1. I like the way the focus control, where you can choose between manual, continuous and single shot focus, has moved to a convenient position on top of the camera. The kit lens now comes with optical image stabilization, although you actually control it from menu on the screen, and obviously with this camera you can change the lenses and there's a reasonably wide range to choose from. You can produce very good stills with this camera. It's 12.1 megapixels. I like the way that it incorporates software to correct any chromatic aberration, so it gives sharp, clean images. It does feel very well made, and it is, albeit slightly, smaller and more compact than a small digital SLR. However, I do miss the optical viewfinder, even though the electronic one is of a very high quality, and I also find the camera ever slightly slow. The shutter delay is just slightly more than you'd expect on a digital SLR, and it only shoots a maximum of 2.5 frames a second. So, although the G2 is in many ways a delight to use, I still think I'd be drawn to a conventional digital SLR at this price point.
Right, it's time for the news, and first up, LG have revealed that they're working on an Android-based tablet that they hope to release by the end of the year. They're boasting that it will deliver vastly superior performance compared to similar devices currently available on the market, while still managing to be thinner and lighter than competing devices. Now, this all sounds like tough talk from LG, but since the launch of the Apple iPad, other manufacturers of the tablet PCs have claimed the same but failed to deliver. Dell were very quick to the market with the Streak, but it's had mixed reviews. LG are renowned for making a wide range of products to a very high standard, so we will keep a close eye on this one. Right, next up, news has started to surface that Apple TV may be having a huge overhaul. The New York Times has suggested that Apple are developing a version of their iOS operating system, which is normally used on iPad, iPod Touch and iPhones. Now seems like the right time for Apple to delve into their TV market. Google TV is just around the corner, 3D TVs are hitting the market, Apple's App Store is flourishing, and iTunes are a well-established music store. So there's no reason whatsoever why Apple TV can't become one of the major players, just like it has done in the music and phone market. So let's hope we hear a lot more about this at the next Apple event. Now, with the popularity of smartphones and tablet PCs exploding over the past 12 months, apps have revolutionised the way we use our mobile devices. And there's one category of apps that have a wealth of them released which has completely reshaped the market. And of course, I'm talking about music. Now, the App Store has seen thousands of apps being released, including music streaming, mixing, touchscreen, instruments, full audio production, and of course, some that are a lot of fun. But it's really opened up the possibilities to the likes of you and I being able to create a sound that could rival the professionals. So I've taken a look at some of the best apps available, and I'm going to show you my favourites. Now, with the larger screen of the iPad, it's really given developers a lot more freedom to create some really unique apps, and this is definitely one of them. It's Baby Decks. Baby Decks is the world's first dual turntable app for the iPad. You can start scratching and mixing just like on a professional setup as soon as you boot it up. It has a wide range of customizable options to fully enhance your DJ skills, including a crossfader, pitch adjust and transformer buttons. It even allows you to simply connect to your home computer and select as many tracks from your playlist as you require to create that ultimate set list. So if you fancy yourself as a bit of a bedroom DJ, there's no better app at the moment than this one, the Baby Decks. It'll have you striving to mix your 80s power ballads with anything from classical to hardcore rap. If you're an iPhone owner, this app is great for turning your iPhone into a fully fledged instrument. It's called Ocarina, which is the first true instrument for the iPhone. All I've got to do to get the instrument to work is just blow into the microphone and place my finger on the marks on the screen, and that should give me the notes. You can also tap on the globe icon and you will see and hear other Ocarina players throughout the world. And you can rate your favourite performances and name your tunes if you want listeners around the world to hear your track. And unlike other musical applications, there's no pre-compiled riffs, so you literally just create the music yourself. So if you don't own a smartphone or an iPad, don't worry, you don't have to feel left out. There is still a plethora of websites and apps available for you to hone your creative juices. One of my favourite is the Miner free online audio tool, which helps you jump into mixing, arranging, recording, so that you can create your own soundtrack, or of course just do it for fun. Miner has a horizontal track over track layout that is really simple. You just need to hit the snap to grid button, set your beats per minute and arrange audio clips from your own files or Miner sample libraries, or if you feel brave enough you can sing via a mic. Then it's just a matter of putting the pieces in place to create your masterpiece. You can do some great things with Miner, so for all of you budding music producers, it's a great learning tool. It's free within your browser and you will be amazed at what it has to offer. So if you're looking for a bit of fun and you don't want to use your PC, smartphone or your iPad, then I definitely suggest you invest in one of these. Very reminiscent of the one that was in the film Big with Tom Hanks. It's a giant piano, uses the inbuilt speaker, so you're either going to show off your creative musical genius or of course make a fool of yourself, which is probably what I'm going to do, but I'll give it a go nevertheless. As well as the standard piano, this colossal keyboard even features 7 additional instrumental tones, such as saxophone, violin, accordion, trumpet, harp, xylophone and guitar. And of course, once you've got the hang of it, you can actually record and play it back to whoever wants to listen, but it's always nice when someone else joins in, so I'm going to ask, Jess, can you come join me, please?
What?
She's like twinkle toes, you should see her, it's effortless, she just glides along the keyboard. You can show me. Ready? Well, that's all we've got time for this week, but we will be back the same time next week with more tech news and reviews. In the meantime, you can check out our gaming page for more previews and reviews, and of course our Facebook and Twitter pages for the latest goss on the new series. See ya!